Recording. All right, folks, so this is your back office of your Biz Power Xtreme system. To go ahead and get your Biz Power and your Deductr, you need to come over here where it says Content and Info, and you go to whatever member you are. If you're a Diamond member, click on the Diamond member, and here you will have the link to go ahead and sign up for your Biz Power system. Clicking on that link will take you here to this page. You will enter your information in right here, agree to the terms, and create your account, and your account will be set up. Now, I will go in and upgrade you to the level that you should be in, whether you're gold, diamond, or a free member. As of today, you can promote the Biz Power Xtreme system as a list builder for you to build your business, because we are offering the Biz Power system, which is your autoresponder and capture pages. We are offering that to free members for free, but there's a limit. There'll only be a certain amount of capture pages, only about five or six capture pages they'll have available to them, and they'll only have available about 250 contents that they can put into their Biz Power system. And that's basically doing that so they have a tool to get started with, but they're going to see the value of the Biz Power system, and by coming to the trainings that we do, they'll also see the power of the Deductr. Now, I have on the call with me today the creator of the Biz Power system, and I thought who better to explain to you how to use the Biz Power system than the creator. He's a very good friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time. We've worked together in a lot of business together. And he developed this system to help marketers be able to build the business that they're in, to be able to build, if you're in Melaleuca, if you're in Visalis, it doesn't make a difference what business you're in. You can build it with the Biz Power system. So I'm going to go ahead and turn over the screen to my very good friend and bring him over so he can now show you and go over how to set up your Biz Power system. Okay, Rich, I'm turning the screen over to you.
Gee, thanks, Paul. Thank you for having me on the call. Can you guys see my screen?
We do see your screen.
Oh, well, as a marketing system person, I have built many systems for many different network marketing companies. It's how I got my my claim to fame, so to speak, in this industry. I've helped thousands and thousands of reps become very successful in giving them the tools that most of the network marketing companies did not give them. That they got when they signed up for the company that they worked for or represented. So what I did was took it to the extreme and put together a contact management system with a plethora of different types of capture pages. So, you know, when you look at this, this is a very complete system. The Biz Power system was really designed after working with a lot of network marketing companies, was really intended for the person who represented really more than one company. We know that 80% of the people in network marketing work for more than one or represent more than one company. And when you looked at the cost associated with that, you were going to pay $19.95 as much as $29.95 per system, per company, that they either worked with or felt that that was the system best for you to represent their company. What I did was I wanted to keep everything into one system so that if one person, the person left one company and started and maybe joined a different company, that all they would need to do is literally just change out what they were doing within the same system versus having to extract all the different leads and, you know, the tools and the system that they became so familiar with. I think the hardest thing for network marketers is once they learn a system, whether it's a marketing system or a back office, now that they're in a different company, they have to learn yet another marketing system. And you know, that beginning, that learning curve tends to get frustrating at times. It takes a long time to figure out. and feel comfortable with. So what I did was I wanted to eliminate all those factors by putting together one system that you felt comfortable with, and once you learned it, you never had to relearn another system. Whether you worked for one company or 4 companies, it really made no difference, because with this system, every capture page that is available to you in the system is available for you to redirect to any page you feel you want to redirect it to, and assign a capture page or assign an email campaign to that. So one of the things that Paul asked me to come on today to discuss and talk about was to really, how do you use multiple capture pages, whether it's, you know, for different businesses, or you can even use multiple capture pages to promote different pages within your website. So without further ado, I'm showing you, once you log into your Biz Power system back office, you're going to see the left side navigation screen. You're going to see the capture page that's in the middle, and then you're going to see a little container box to the right that shows you the people that have recently filled out your form. Whether you had uploaded them or not, anybody who's in this little area right here will literally be receiving emails from the system. So anything that sits in the container of the My Capture pages is what we call your default capture page. And if you look at the address right here, and I guess I can use the highlighter, anything that's in this URL is going to be associated with this capture page. So whether you change it, let me go to a normal pen drawing. If you change it, and let's say I'm going to look at some of the different capture pages, and you can see from the right-hand category all the different pages we offer. So let's just say I was going to make this one my primary page. Well, if you notice now, this is going to now sit in the container, which is now connected to this address. So, for example, Paul's URL for this capture page is bizpowersystem.com/ his username, which is Picasso. So if I went and just put that in, it's going to pull up this page. Now, if I changed it once again, and let's say we went with this one, you're going to see this one show up. And just by hitting this again, it's going to change. So this address is always going to be associated with this capture page that's in the middle. So you've assigned your set one, your main capture page. But let's say, for example, you want to use this one and a different one, and you're going to see which capture page works out the best. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your capture pages, and we're just going to, let's just take this one here that we're not using. We're going to edit the page. So when we do that, you're going to see nothing in here, because realistically, what? Oh, okay, well, that's okay. I'm sorry. When you look at this, you're going to see where it says advanced features. If you don't see anything inside the box, then that means that realistically it is not editable. If you see content in there, then it is editable. But if you change and click this right here, it says advanced features. Now the advanced features now gives you where you need to set this up and change it. So let's say, for example, let's see, Paul, can you, what's your Melaleuca, or what's an address that you can give me? Or I'm just going to use one as a generic one.
Just use an example one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is here we're going to give you the ability to change the title for search engine optimization, as well as give you some description, some keywords, as well as a lead group. Now the lead group is assigned to your autoresponder campaigns. Now if you want to add one, there's a link here that says manage your lead groups. And this shows you all the different lead groups. So let's just say we're going to call this my second capture page, and we're going to add the lead group to it. So now I see here that I've added, and anything that doesn't have the red X means it's pre-done from the admin side, and you're not able to delete these. And we put enough of these in there for you to allow you to change or to add some campaigns in here. But let's just say we're going to use the My Second Capture page. So we're gonna go back, and we're back here. So we're going to change the lead group to My Second Capture page, which means that I've already set up, and Paul will go through this with you, I've already set up autoresponders that are set up in this, because I may want to use a different set of autoresponders, and this primarily is really geared for a second business that you represent. So if you worked for Melaleuca or Visalis or any other business, this is what you would want to, you would just put, you know, My Second Company or Visalis or Skinlala or YTB or Traveris autoresponders. And then you would tie that in there. And then, for example, let's just say that I want this page, when the page is filled out, when the form is filled out, I want it to redirect to my second business's website. So what you would do is type in or copy and paste your replicated website, and I'm just going to use one as an example. And then what I'm going to come down in here and do is save it. So now I know that this one here is already set up to go to that address. Now, and I'm just going to view the page. And this is the page, so I'm going to put test 1, Rich at test1.com, phone number, submit. Oh, I don't have any autoresponders for this, so it won't allow me to redirect this if there's no autoresponder set. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you actually have some that are already set up for you, and then when it does, it'll automatically now kick in and redirect it and now start to send out the emails to that system. So you definitely want to see now as it does, you see how it came to the replicated site. So this is what you want to do, and I'm glad I fixed that. So if there was no capture, if there was no autoresponders there, Paul, it would just say there was no autoresponder messages to send out. So we know now that this is being sent out to this individual that went in there, and when you go to your back office, you're going to see the name in there. And then when you go to your My Leads, that's literally going to show you what's in there and what's not. So one of the things you want to do is first thing you want to do before you even set up your capture pages and redirect them, you want to go immediately to your autoresponders, and you want to set up and get your autoresponders set up. So, and you can assign them to whatever lead. And I would strongly suggest you use these dynamic codes. You want to copy it, right-click and copy, and then you want to put in the subject line name, a squiggly line name, squiggly line, comma, a video email just for you as an example. Type in your information. You can set it up to be sent instantly. You add the message, and we're just going to put it for the first day, because once you set something instantly, you can never delete it. You can change it and edit it, but you can't delete it. So by doing the first day, you're able to do so. So now I know that it sits in there. So now I would set up all my autoresponders to be set up and ready to go. Then I would come back and do this on my capture pages and set up the one I want. I mean, you can take every capture page in here and literally choose the advanced feature and have it set up and redirect to any campaign you want it to. So most marketing systems have only a 3-page funnel system, which means it allows you to direct as many as 3 pages, to 3 capture pages to any different to 3 different pages. Whereas this system will really allow you to do everything. So when you look at all this, and I'm going to go to a page where you can see all this stuff, and let's go back to a capture page, because I want you to see one here that really is very powerful. Now you see all this, and you're going to see some content in here. So let's say, for example, you did something and you accidentally screwed it up and you hit save. Now you're like, oh my God, I lost all that information. Well, I have a button called the reload button, and if you click on this, it will reload everything back to the way it was prior to you maybe messing it up. So one of the nice features about this system is for those people who are just playing around and trying to figure this, how to work HTML and all that stuff, don't feel discouraged or don't feel threatened with the system, because we want you to to feel comfortable going in here and changing things on the whim. And don't worry if you make mistakes, because we can always reload. You can always put it back to the way you found it. So, I mean, I think that's one of the key things with the system. Plus, this allows you even to set up a third-party autoresponder. So let's say you're using Aweber or GetResponse. You would just put in your Aweber campaign name, and then anything that fills out, if you wanted to bypass our auto system, our autoresponder system, you can go directly to your own autoresponder system. But one thing you always want to do is make sure you always click on where it says Advanced Features, and then it opens up everything for you to change the title, description, keywords, lead group, which is, it should say your autoresponder group, but that's okay, because you'll see all that stuff in your auto responses from here. And as we go there, you will see everything you need to do. You always will click on Add an Auto Response Message, and the lead groups are right here, whether it's Deductr, my MLM company 1, 2, 3, 4, my personal company. Here's the nice thing. You can literally, let's say, for example, Paul, you and your wife, or you are doing 3 different companies as an example, and your wife is doing something else, and she just wants a one-page site that she can sell products right from her site with a PayPal link. Well, you can use this and create a blank template in addition to you using the system for your business. And what you would do is you would just go to blank templates here, and you can choose the one you want to use, and then just customize it, and you can add things to it. You can put whatever you want on here, and then literally you will get your own address. Now, this is the thing where I'm going to show you that's very important. When you click on this link, you'll see, I want you to keep note. Do you see where my mouse is here, Paul?
Yep.
Where it says done?
Yep.
If you look right now, do you see where it says bizpowersystem.com//37.php? So what I do is I right-click on the capture page, and I copy link location. So what I do is I come here, and this is now the address. This is the direct address for that page. So whether you're using multiple capture pages, or just, you have to use this way if you're using multiple. Because remember, this right here is always going to be, this capture page is always going to be tied into this address. But if you want to use multiple, you're going to have to use the actual address, and just keep your eyes down here. You're going to have to use the physical address there for that individual capture page. And I'll copy the link location again, and I'll put this up here. So that one there is for this. So what I would do is, most people are familiar, you must go get a domain name, and most people have two. One for the .com and one for the .biz. And normally the .biz is for the business end of it. The .com is maybe for the product end of it, or whether it's service, product, whatever. But you have to use this address when you use multiple capture pages. So if I were going to use 3 capture pages, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to copy link location. I'm going to forward a domain to that address, this address, that address, and I already get on my account this address. So I know I have this one going to here, this one address going to here, and this one going to here. So if you want to use multiples, remember, the key is you have to find the capture page that you're going to use. You just put your mouse over the image, right-click on it, and choose Copy Link or Open Link in New Tab, which would probably be the easiest way, depending on what browser you're using. And then you would copy this address. Now, this is after, Paul, you've already set up your autoresponders, you've set up your redirect on your where you want this capture page to go after you fill it out. Then you would take this address and go to your GoDaddy or whatever domain service you bought it from, and then forward your .biz, .com, whatever, to this address here, so that this way, when you give out your domain name, it's going to go to that capture page. And that's really all you would need to do in order to use multiple. Now, if you own 100 domain names, you can use 100 different capture pages. You just have to tie them in to whatever autoresponder by clicking on Advanced Features. You're going to have to tell it what email campaign you want it to go to or use and where you want it to be redirected to. If you leave this blank, it will directly go to the one you have on file, which is here, which is that one right there. So that's really all you need to do to learn how to use multiple capture pages, forward them, and redirect them to different pages. So step 1, just to recap, Paul, step 1, first thing you want to do is set up your autoresponders. So if you're in business, my company number 1, my network marketing company number 1, you're going to want to set up a minimum of 5 email autoresponders tied into a campaign, save each one, then go to the capture page you want to use with that campaign.
Hey, Rich, you might want to show them how they can go in there and copy the email that we already have, and how they can edit it, and how so they have the nice template.
Well, what you would do, it's really easy. For example, if you wanted to use this one, which unfortunately is not showing up, hold on one second. I'll just tell you. Oh, no wonder why. Because it's paired off this one, Paul. No wonder why it was being used. So now you have to go in and get all these headers. I will have to send you these. What you would do is, let's just say, for example, this is really nice because this is what we call an image gallery. If you ever upload something from your system and you want to, you have an email header banner that you want to use, you can import it from your computer and it'll display on your capture page. But if you've already done that once, then what you can do is you can go, and I don't know if we have any here, let's just use one of the templates, Paul, as an example. Let's see here. Okay, let's just use this as an example. So we have this one. We type in our email, blah 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 blah. Thank you for coming. Okay, so let's say this was the one that you wanted to use, and you want to copy this and put it into your new autoresponder. Well, there's an HTML button that says Edit HTML Source. And for those people who don't know what HTML is, it's called Hypertext Markup Language. what you do is, if you see the thing, all the code here, what you would do is right-click, choose Select All, right-click, and choose Copy, and then just hit Cancel. So let's say, for example, let's go back here. Let's go to a new autoresponder. We're going to put up a new one. So instead of, you can't paste code in the editor, but you can go back to the HTML, right-click, and choose Paste, and then hit Update. And that now will put all the information that you had just stored, whether you copied it from another campaign or you just want to use the template header and you like the way you set it up, and now you just want to change it out and use the information for another one. That's kind of how you would do this. So, Paul, it's really simple. Just go to the HTML editor, right-click, select all. What I would do is just right-click, select all, copy it, go back in the HTML editor. If this is a brand new page, let's pretend this had nothing in there. What you do is you right-click and choose Paste, and then come down to the bottom and update. Now that could have a full email that was already done in another system, but you know, that's pretty much what it is. Paul, I have to run. I have an appointment I have to be at 12:30. So if there's no other questions, I will talk with you soon, buddy.
Okay, very good. I'll take back the screen, and I'm going to go over the Deductr now.
Thanks.
Give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to bring back the screen. Okay, everybody should see my screen now. And what we're going to talk about next, you know, we're trying to give you a little education on both products, the Biz Power system and the Deductr. The Deductr is the second part of your product. Believe me, I think this is an excellent, excellent product for you to build your business off of. And that is a way of recruiting people into your business through the Deductr. And it is also a tool that's going to show you how much tax savings you are. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Now this is basically set up right now for no expenses. No, I don't have anything in here. All I've done is added my auto ship, a monthly auto ship of $70. You could use this tool to keep track of your business, and that's what it's designed for. It's designed to show you that when you're in a home-based business, you are saving money. It's not costing you money to be in that home-based business. That's the whole concept of Deductr. See, most people feel that they're in a home-based business. They got to be in this home-based business to make money. If they don't make money within the first 30, 60 days, they're out. But in reality, you are making money whether you know it or not. And I'm going to go over that just to show you how easy this program is. Everybody, for the next 60 days, if you upgrade today or anybody in your team upgrades today, whether they're gold or diamond, they're going to get the Deductr. Because I want everybody to see the value. Believe me, I think this Deductr is going to build your business. And I'm not talking about building your Biz Power Xtreme business. I'm talking about building whatever network marketing company you're building, whether it be Visalis, Malaluka, Amway. It doesn't make a difference what the name of the company is because they're all the same. If they got a product, you got a product business, you want to build that business, this is going to show you how you're saving money, and it's also going to show you how to recruit people. For example, on how would I recruit somebody is if I showed them Deductr what I'm saving. If I'm saving a couple of $100 a month on my taxes every month by being in my home-based business, do you think if I went up to somebody and I told somebody, hey, do you know anybody that's looking to save a couple of $100 every month on their taxes? That person's going to say, yeah, me. Believe me, when I tell you that, I'm getting tremendous success with that. Now, this system is very simple to set up. You'd go up here to settings, and right here in the back, you would start adding your information. your personal information, account information, your billing, anything in here. Bank links, important to do your bank link. Because when you set it up with your bank link, this will set up right to your bank account. And when you use a check, use your credit card, debit card, whatever it might be, it's automatically going to log back in here to Deductr and tell Deductr that you have an expense. Deductr is going to ask you to confirm that expense. And when you confirm that expense, it's going to be itemized and categorized into the category that it belongs, giving you that tax deduction. Your business setup is a link that you go to set up your business, and it actually has an audio that walks you through step by step everything setting up your business for the first time. I'm not going to go through that right now. You guys can get on that yourself. Now, we're going to go to home. Excuse me. And I'm going to show you how this actually starts to build your business for you. If you were talking to a prospect and you told that prospect, do you know anybody that wants to save a couple $100 a month on their taxes? And they said, yeah, me. You could show them this. For example, I could go right here and I could go into, in expenses. And we don't have any expenses yet. It's a brand new system. So we're going to go ahead and add an expense. Now, we have expenses. Let's add a different expense. And let's start maybe, we're going to start with the second of the month. We're going to make a payment by check. And we're going to pay the beginning of the month. What do we normally pay? We normally pay our rent. So we're going to go ahead and pay our rent. And let's just say our rent is an average rent, and it's $900 a month. Okay, and that is our rent. That goes under office expenses, and it's going to go under rent or lease. Save. I've now added that expense. Again, let's add another expense, an expense that you normally have. Okay, we ask that person, do you have a cell phone? Well, most people do have a cell phone. We're going to pay that cell phone bill. Again, I'm going to use my cell phone bill. And my cell phone bill cost me $139 a month for my cell phone. Okay, and it is cell phone. Again, it's under office and expenses. All the way up to the top, there's telephone. Save. Okay, that's two expenses that we all have. Every single one of us have. Let's get another expense that we all have. We all have expense for maybe an internet, right? We have internet in our home. Okay, so I'm going to use mine. And my internet costs me $110 a month. All right, again, I'm going to go ahead and itemize that. Now, that here I want to put into home office. And I'm going to have that as add a category. So I'm going to put in there internet. And save. And now that is, again, saved in there. And there it is right there, listed out for me as my internet. What other expenses do we have? What other expenses would we have that we normally, have to make our payments due every month? Well, we have maybe a car payment, right? So let's go ahead and make a car payment. And we'll say we pay GMAC. And let's just make an average car payment, $450. And that's going to be our car payment. And that's going to be underneath auto expenses. So we click on auto expenses, and what do we have? We have loan payment. Itemized. What other expenses would we have that we might have? Do we pay our electric bill? Most of us have an electric, I would imagine, right? So, again, we're going to go ahead and pay our electric bill. And I use FP&L. And my electric bill is, say, $125. And that's for electric. And I go ahead, and that's office expenses, and that would be home office, and that would be add a category, and I could say electric. Save, save, and there's another expense. Now let's go back to the home page, and let's see what we've got here so far. Okay, we're just adding a few expenses that we just added, and every expense that I added was legitimate expenses that you have, I have, we all have. My monthly auto ship right here shows that I have $70 a month auto ship. I am saving by being in my home-based business with just those few deductions that I added in there, $156. That's 50%. That's a little over 50%. Now, let's add some other expenses. What about mileage? All right, what about the mileage? Let's say I want to add some mileage because I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to my buddy Don, okay? And I'm going to drive to Don, and the drive to Don is going to be, say, 50 miles round trip, all right? And we're going to talk about, we're going to have lunch and talk about business. All right, I itemized it, and where did we go for lunch? Maybe we went for lunch at Applebee's. All right, and I saved that. So now I've had lunch. Now let's go back to my home, and let's look what happened here. Okay, I have $28 in deductions on my mileage because it calculates out to the mileage for you. My expenses have gone up, but I'm saving now $160. Well, we went out to lunch. I got to add that expense in there for my lunch. So I add an expense, and that expense would be, again, and let's say that Don and I had lunch, and let's say it cost us $35 for lunch. All right, and that I itemize it. Lunch with Don. Okay. Talked about business. All right, that goes under meals and categories, entertainment. All right, restaurants. Save. What did I do? Oh, I didn't put down how I paid for it. That's why. Okay, paid for it. Save. Now it's there. Now I have it in there. Let's go back to the home. And now my savings has gone up to $163. Now, here's what's going to happen as you're using this program. You can add, every day, you're going to see where it says no expenses to confirm. Well, every day, if you're using your credit card, your checking account, your debit card, whatever it might be, it will automatically say you have 1 expense, 2 expenses, 10 expenses to confirm. And all you need to do is click on that, and it brings up a window that shows what expenses you have to confirm. It could be your income. If you got paid from your company, and maybe it's a direct deposit, maybe it's a check, whatever it might be, you could put in your income there, and it will be automatically calculated for you. All your income, if you notice when I hit on income, we didn't have an income. But we could now say, I got an income. Let's just say I got paid by check, and I got paid maybe for a fast start bonus in my company. I got paid $45. I'm going to add a new account, and it's going to be my bank. Okay, so save that. And the source came from ABC company, and it was a fast start bonus. All right, and it's income, save. So now it's going to show me that I got an income of $45. One thing that we forgot to put in our expenses, and we should do that right now, is our startup expense, right? We're in business. What did it cost you to join your business? ABC company. Okay. We did it by check or credit card, and we paid to join that company. Let's say we paid $200. That's an average startup cost. Okay, and it would be startup ABC company. All right, that is business expenses, startup expense, save. Now let's go back to our home page. Okay, we've got an income of $45 right here. I have a tax savings of $199. I more than doubled what it cost me. So it cost me $70 to get and save $199. How are you going to save that $199 at the end of the year for your taxes? Now, you could actually put money back in your pocket right now. If, for example, you work for an employer, you could actually go in that employer and tell that employer, I want to change my withholding from maybe you're withholding maybe 1 or 2 or 3 dependents, whatever it might be. You could say, I want to change it to 5, 6, 7, whatever it might be. You're going to actually get money, more money in your paycheck then, and it's money that you're saving. So you actually can pay for your monthly auto ship out of your job that you might have that you're working for right now. Take that money that you're going to get back because you're actually saving $199. Now, just for example, myself, using this last year, I saved $583 a month based on a $75 a month auto ship. $583 a month is what I saved in my business by being in my home-based business. That's over $6,000 a year that I was able to put back in my pocket. Now, I don't have a full-time job working for somebody, so I can't, change that. But, I have a book written by a former tax attorney called Sandy Botkin. The book is called Lower Your Taxes Big Time, and he suggests that that's how you can put money back in your pocket. So this program right here is so valuable to you. It is going to be probably your best recruiting tool into your network marketing business. What if I was building Melaleuca? Now, Melaleuca is a company that has a product of that household products that everybody uses. I personally do not like their compensation plan, but that's my opinion. Melaleuca is a great company. It's been around for 25 years. It did $1 billion in sales this year. But if I went I was building Melaleuca, and I went to my neighbor, I went to a friend, I went to a coworker, and I says, would you like to save $199 a month on your taxes? They're going to say yes. And you could just take them and show them this program. There's your average monthly auto ship with Melaleuca is about $70. You could just show them where they're getting household products that they're using anyway, such as maybe glass cleaner, laundry detergent, soap, all different things that they have. They're using that anyway. They're getting it now as a tax deduction, and they're saving money on top of that. Can you see the value of this to where you could actually build your business with this tool? Not only can you build your business with this tool, but if you go to your downline, you're in your business, go to your downline. The biggest problem with almost every network marketing business is attrition. People get in 30, 60, 90 days. They don't make the money that they dreamed they're going to make or that they heard they were going to make, and right away they drop out. This is a way to keep people in your business because what you can show them is it's not about the money that it's costing them, it's about the money it's saving them. And if you show somebody you're saving them money, they would actually have to be a fool or just a totally lazy bum to not want to save $200 for $70. And I mean, we just touched the surface of what your tax deductions are. I mean, there's a lot of deductions. As I said, I saved $583 a month by being in my home-based business. That is a lot of money to save. Think about that. That could be a car payment for most people right there, or maybe their grocery bill, what you're saving by being in your home-based business. Anybody got any questions about that? Okay, just to let you know, everybody, here's the thing. As of right now, Biz Power Xtreme, you can promote this to anybody you want as a building tool for their business, because as a free member, they have autoresponders. They're going to have the autoresponders and some capture pages so they can work their business. The benefit of them joining that is that they can get in for free, but they're going to see the value of the Biz Power system, and they're going to come to the training. Wednesdays we do training, and on Saturday we're going to do trainings where we're going to talk about both the Biz Power system and Deductr, showing you how to use it, the best way to be able to use this business and be able to create your business. So that is a good tool for you to do. So right now you could go out, promote this business to everybody as a free membership for the Biz Power system, which I believe is without a doubt of great value, you know, to get that. And they're welcome to come to the training every week. Also, in the next probably week, I'm going to have my ebook that I wrote, a paperback book. You can go to Amazon and see the book on Amazon. It is called Mega Success Secrets. It sells for, on Amazon, I think it sells for $12.95. I am going to add that book into the back office there for resale for you. Every member can resell that book. You can buy that book wholesale for $5.95 and resell it for $12.95 in that back office. And I'm creating the ebook right now that'll be available probably in the next couple of weeks. That'll be available on Kindles and on Nook for people. I got a question in the question box. Is the Deductr available to use now? You should have got, if you didn't get an email yet, you will be getting an email. They are setting it up today. If you have not got an email with it, expect to get an email from Deductr setting up your account, and they'll give you your login and your password that they're setting up. Everybody's password is password. You'll log into with your email address, and then your password is password. So you can go ahead. It should be set up this today. Sometime today, they told me they would be all set up. And you would go to Deductr.com, Deductr.com, and when you go there, you'll have your login would be your email address, and your password is password. Once you go in here, you can update your information. Remember, on settings, you could go in here and set up your personal information. There's where you could actually change, put all your personal information. Here's where account information, you can change your password. And then don't worry about plan or billing, because everybody is paid for through the Biz Power system. You could set this up on a mobile application to your cell phone. I have it tied. If you have a smartphone, you could tie it to your cell phone. For example, you're out, you're paid cash for something, you don't want to forget about it, you can go ahead and enter it right in on your smartphone right there. Also, you can, again, update your account on your smartphone. You can confirm your expenses on your smartphone. So it is tieable to your smartphone. Your bank links can be set up. Now, I have one person I know that talked to me about they are with a credit union. If your credit union is not tied in with the Deductr yet, all you have to do is give me the name of your credit union, and Deductr will send them an agreement to go ahead and tie in with that credit union. So they're adding more all the time. All right, if there's no other questions, I want to thank you for being here on a Saturday afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and